Let's take a quick look at the installation process for the greeting card designer for Elements. Now it says for Elements 10, but do understand that by installing it in the method that I explained here, it should be able to work with Elements 9 or Elements 8. There are some earlier versions of Elements where it will not work, but it should work fine for just 8, 9, or 10. Now, what you're going to get is a distribution file. If you bought this from a retailer, or if you downloaded it from my store, or regardless of where you get it, you should get some kind of a file that will either be the greeting card designer for Elements 10 zip file, or you'll receive a file that contains this file. Either way, you're going to want to unzip it. And in that distribution file, you're going to find all of the greeting card designer effects, the icons and metadata, along with a license agreement and also the README first document. Now, installing the greeting card designer for Elements 10 is pretty straightforward. First, you copy all of the files into your Photoshop Elements, and then there are two cache files that need to be deleted. One is a thumbnail database and the other is a media database, and these are within the Photoshop files. Let's first look at the Mac. To install on the Mac, we're going to copy the greeting card designer files. They are within a folder called Copy the Contents of this folder. You want to copy the contents and not the folder itself, but you want to move all those files over to a folder called Photo Effects. And on a Mac, that can be found in the System Library, Application Support, Adobe, Photoshop Elements, 10.0, Photo Creations, and Photo Effects folder. The next thing you want to do is, after you've copied all those files, is you want to delete the two cache files. And in the Mac, you're going to find the first one, which is the thumb database, in the System Library. It'll also be in Photoshop Elements, but it is in the 10.0 folder. And then the next one, which is the media database, is in a folder called en_us, which is, if you go to the 10.0 folder, you're going to find locale, and then English US, and then the media database. That needs to be deleted also. In Windows, it's the same process. It's just that the first two parts of the path are replaced by the program data folder. So in Windows, all of the folders, all the files get copied to the program data, Adobe, Photoshop Elements, 10.0, Photo Creations, and Photo Effects. And then the same thing holds true for the cache files. They are under the program data, Adobe, Photoshop Elements path, and the thumb database is in 10.0, and the media database is in the English US. Once you delete the cache files, then you just simply start up Photoshop Elements. You're going to get a progress bar, because when you deleted those two cache files, Elements is going to have to rebuild that the next time you start. And when you do that, you're going to get the progress bar. So it's going to take a few minutes at the beginning. This is only a one-time thing, and after the first time that you restart, you won't have to do this anymore. Once that's done, all of the effects are installed, and you can go find those in the effects palette of Photoshop Elements.